In every anime, it's always the fight scenes that keep viewers on the edge of their seats, and the last few decades are full of some of the most amazing fight scenes that you'll ever see in the history of anime. Welcome to Trending Ticket, and today we're gonna see the top 10 most impactful hand-to-hand combat anime fights. You might have seen some of these, but then again, you probably haven't. So stay tuned for number 1 on this list because you might be in for a surprise. Number 10. Sanji vs Vergo, One Piece. Starting off at number 10 is the battle between Sanji and Vergo. It all began when Sanji attacked Vergo with his Diable Jambe, which is a kick that's full of extreme heat in order to make it all the more powerful. The Diable Jambe is a move that he rarely uses in fights, but he used it on Vergo to send the latter flying into the air. Over the course of the fight, Sanji breaks his shin as Vergo also deals some damage. The fight continues until Vergo decides that it isn't worth the energy and leaves. Some anime fans think that the loser of this fight is Sanji, but it's good to note that Vergo received the most damage while Sanji effectively blocked most of his attacks. Sanji also wasn't even at his full potential, but we have to give it to Vergo for recovering from the Diable Jambe. Still, both characters fought to the best of their abilities, and it's pretty safe to say that there was no winner. Did you like this fight? Wait till you see the top fight on this list. You might just change your mind. Number 9. Goku vs Tien, Dragon Ball. Next at number 9 is the battle between Goku and Tien at the 22nd World Martial Arts Tournament. This is part of the final match in which Goku has to fight against Tien Shinhan for the much-coveted position, that is, the Master of Martial Arts. Right off the bat, Goku is in full attack mode and deals Tien with some brutal moves. He starts off by grabbing Tien Shinhan's leg, using his tail and swinging the guy around to punch him in the face. Tien retaliates by flying up in the air, but Goku is hot on his trail. But not so fast, as Tien blasts Goku with a Dodon Ray, which sends Goku crashing down to the floor of the ring. Goku quickly recovers and continues the fight by using his disappearing trick, but it doesn't work on Tien's 3 eyes and he gets hit, flying off course into the wall of the ring. The fight stretches over a handful of episodes, showing just how intense the competition is between these two fighters. Number 8. Nagisa vs Karma, Assassination Classroom. Number 8 on this list is the fight between Nagisa and Karma in Assassination Classroom. The tension begins when Nagisa proposes a method to save Koro-sensei, which doesn't sit well with some members of the class and they split into 2 groups. The 2 sides agree to settle the issue through a death match, which occurs when Nagisa and Karma's argument escalates into a physical fight. The class erupts into a civil war that takes the format of a capture the flag paintball game, but really is all about the one-on-one melee between Nagisa and Karma. Karma has the advantage because of his strength, but Nagisa isn't one to back down and easily gets Karma into a chokehold. Nagisa eventually wins the game for the blue team, and the matter is resolved by the class deciding to think of another way to save Koro-sensei's life. Intense, right? Number 7. Eren vs Reiner in Attack on Titan. Sitting at number 7 on this list is the skirmish between Eren and Reiner. Taking place in the 7th episode of the 2nd season of the anime, the fight opens with a flashback of Eren, Reiner, and Berthold having a heart-to-heart talk about the reasons why they joined the military. While Eren's goal is to kill every Titan, Reiner seems to be the nice guy as he simply wants to go back home. But that couldn't be any further from the truth. While in their Titan forms, Eren fights the Armored Titan while his comrades deal with the Colossal Titan. Eren proves to be no match for Reiner's Titan and he is on the verge of defeat when he suddenly remembers a technique that he learned from Annie. The trick works and Eren is about to take down Reiner, but his plans are foiled when the Colossal Titan arrives and disrupts the fight. This is one of those fights where you find yourself rooting for the heroes, but watch until the end because number 1 on this list is even better. Number 6. Spike vs Vincent, Cowboy Bebop, the movie. Moving on to number 6 on our list, and we have a brawl that is literally in motion. Spike and Vincent fight it out on a moving train where the scene begins with Spike trying to get onto the moving vehicle. He calls out to Vincent and the 2 engage in one-on-one combat with Elektra coming in at some point to help Spike. Vincent shoots Elektra, and while Spike tries to process what just happened, Vincent turns on him and digs his hand into the poor guy's chest. Vincent then shoots Spike and throws him overboard out the window before ominously holding up a grenade, presumably to blow up the train. The fight is one of the most exceptional scenes in the movie as it displays the 2 characters' abilities in combat. Additionally, it enhances the overall tone of the series as it shows the bond between the characters. Number 5. Meliodas vs. Ban, The Seven Deadly Sins. At number 5 is the much-awaited fight between Meliodas, the protagonist, and Ban from the Seven Deadly Sins Signs of Holy War mini-series, which aired in 2016. This fight was very much hyped and kept fans captivated. At first, Meliodas is glad to see Ban, who tells the former that he loved him as a buddy as some type of farewell before then using his nunchucks to cut off Meliodas' arm. He then tells his captain to stay still because he wants to make the death as painless as possible. But Meliodas isn't one to back down and fights to get his arm back. He also isn't happy with Ban and the two exchange attacks. Ban knocks down Meliodas and moves to impale him with the nunchucks, but he gets headbutted and is sent flying across the floor. The fight ends on a moral note with Meliodas stating that, while he understands Ban's actions, he isn't just going to let his friend act carelessly.
You need to do your duty. Captain's orders.
Number 4. Lee vs. Kimimaro, Naruto. At number 4 on this list is the clash between Rock Lee and Kimimaro, who is a teenager with a bone-based Keiki Genkai and basic knowledge of Byakugan and Gentle Fist. Kimimaro is a difficult opponent and not even Naruto could defeat him with his shadow clones. Lee steps in to take on the bony teenager and gets some help from his medicine, except, instead of the medicine, he accidentally drinks Tsunade's sake. The result is a drunk Lee who literally fights using a drunken form of kung fu. The fight is memorable for being absurd yet incredible at the same time, with a pink-cheeked Lee who is clearly drunk off his head and flailing around the battlefield. A hilarious twist also occurs near the end when Gaara arrives to save Lee in an awesome illustration of the skills of the young ninja of Konoha and Suna. Number 3. Gon vs. Hisoka, Hunter x Hunter. Coming in at number 3 is something from an anime that's full of adventure, drama, and action, so this fight is sure to thrill some fans. The fight between Gon and Hisoka takes place in Heaven's Arena, where fighters have gathered to compete, and understandably, the place is packed full of spectators, so this fight is a really huge deal. Gon goes all out with a series of attacks, but they don't seem to work on Hisoka. He changes tactics and flips part of the floor, which he throws at Hisoka. The rubble hits Hisoka square on the face, and Gon scores 2 points for the move, while also fulfilling his lifelong dream of punching Hisoka in the face. Gon starts with a barrage of attacks, but gets hit quite a lot, and so it's a score for Hisoka. The two exchange attacks, and by the end it is up to the referee to decide the winner. Ultimately, Hisoka wins 9-4, and Gon protests the score on a technicality, but the referee stands by his decision. This awesome fight is fully shown in the 36th episode of the Hunter x Hunter 2011 anime and illustrates that Gon has grown stronger and smarter since the beginning, but clearly not strong enough to be at Hisoka's level. Number 2. All Might vs. Noumu, My Hero Academia. At number 2 is the fight between All Might and Noumu, which begins when All Might attacks Noumu with his Carolina Smash. The technique proves futile, as Noumu simply absorbs the force and retaliates with a punch, which All Might easily avoids. Noumu's quirk is revealed to be shock absorption, which means that he just might be the one person to defeat and kill All Might. But wait, All Might has a few tricks up his sleeve, and he uses a reverse suplex on Noumu to wear him down. The fight takes over the entire episode, but it isn't in vain as the fighting has incredible sequences. The two characters display a fluidity and rhythm that seems to be inspired by Masaki Yuasa's Kick Hard, which says a lot about how awesome the fight was. Number 1. Kakashi vs. Obito, Naruto Shippūden. Topping this list is one rivalry that has withstood the test of time. Kakashi and Obito face off by reminiscing their days as children when they were on the same team. Kakashi believes that he must kill Obito because of his similarities to Naruto, and attempts to do so by impaling Obito in the heart. Obito refuses to back down and teleports to the head of the 10 Tails. The battle takes place over several episodes and stands out to many Naruto fans due to the large number of characters present, but the focus was on Kakashi and Obito. The fight was received positively as the fighting sequence was incredible and full of action, so much so that it inspired a live-action version, thanks to one indie company. So, have you watched any of these fights? If not, which one are you itching to watch right now? Comment down below, and if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, then head on over to our other video on the top 10 anime, where everyone hates the main character. Subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to know more about our awesome content.